Hey. Okay, I am trying something today. Not exactly sure how this is all going to work out, but long story short, I have my phone right in front of me, and then I have my Lula TV in the background because I am live streaming to Instagram, Twitter, and also to Facebook at the same time. But the reason why I'm doing this live today is because I want to talk to you guys a little bit more about functional nutrition and how it helps people. So, I had a discussion in another group that I'm in about, well, calories in, calories out, move more, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And that works. It absolutely works. But it doesn't, what is the ratio of it working in the long term? And that really is the $1,000,000 question is it sustainable? And the answer to that question is, I would say probably 50-50. We have an outstanding rate of obesity in the U.S. alone. I am part of that statistic. According to my height and weight and BMI, I'm overweight. So, but the question is how do we get to the root problem of what's going on? And that's where functional nutrition comes in. And I'm going to give you an example. This is going to be a short video as most of my videos are, because I know that you guys are busy and I just want to give you some info and then let you kind of stew on it and go about your day. But one of my mentors, who is a functional medicine practitioner, she had a 40-year-old woman, which I'm 40, so I can relate to this story. She was chronically tired. She could not lose the weight. She was having all kinds of issues, and she had been to the doctor. The doctor ran the standard, panel, and everything came within that green marker of where you're supposed to be, numbers-wise. And she kept going back and saying, I have a problem. This is, I'm doing what you're telling me to do. I'm eating right. Yeah, I might cheat, every once in a while, but for the most part, I walk every day. I go here, I go there, I'm doing stuff. I'm not just sitting in my chair doing nothing all day long. And I hear that from a lot of people. I'm eating when I'm supposed to be eating. I don't sit around on my couch and watch TV all day. I move around and I just cannot lose the weight. Well, what happened was my functional medicine practitioner, who's my mentor, she ran a different panel. And it turns out that her mercury level was super high. And without going to school to learn these things, you don't know that mercury inhibits the ability for B12 to be absorbed in your body, which is what helps with your energy throughout the day. So, long story short, her B12 came back normal, but because her mercury was high, it was inhibiting that B12 to be able to be uploaded, and therefore she was having problems losing weight. She was tired all the time. She was foggy headed. She just couldn't function. And once they went into the protocol to get her mercury level down, it was like a miraculous change just like that in her health. And I mean, there's multiple stories like that with different types of things. So this is why functional medicine is where it's at, because you go to the doctor and the doctor's just going to say, here, take some of this. Oh, here, have some of that. Oh, well, why don't you try this? And then you go and you're like, okay, look, I've tried all the things that you're telling me to do, and I'm not getting anywhere. If you feel like that, then you need to do something different. And the question that I have for all of you is, what is the cost of your health to you? What is it? Is it feeling crappy all the time? If you knew that you could do something to make yourself the most holistic and whole person that you could be, would you do something about it? And what does that cost to you? So that was my thought for the day. Just thought that I would throw that out there. I know my schooling is teaching me a lot, and it kind of blows my mind how much we actually are letting people, how much we're letting things dictate. And I'm just going to throw this out there too, that there is science backed up for just about anything and everything that's out there. Every diet has scientific backup. Every study that they've done about this and about that, you know, there's and everything contradicts itself. But the person who's teaching me functional medicine has 3 degrees from MIT, and she specializes in biology. So it's not just somebody else who's like, oh, let's look at, you know, like rats. Let's look at this. She's actually, and I hate to say it this way, but I don't know how else to say it. She's actually experimenting on human beings. Okay? For lack of better way to explain it, she's actually like using people and has people to say this really works. So when somebody says, I had rheumatoid arthritis, but I don't anymore. I had psoriasis, but it's in remission. Like, same thing. Like, I had this, but it's in remission. I had this, and it's in remission. This is what she's teaching people how to do. This is what we should all be doing with ourselves. So, just want to throw that out there. Hey, everybody that jumped on. Thanks for catching me. Thanks for everybody, wherever you might be at. I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.